right, y'all, so let's go ahead and get this started. So for today's look, I'm using the Morphe 3503 palette, y'all. Like, I just bought this one and I'm so in love with it. So first, starting out, I am packing this orange shade in my crease, making sure that I take my time and I create that rounded shape that we like. This brush that I'm using is the M443, I think. I'll leave it down below on where you can get it. Their brushes are like $8, so definitely check out the Morphe brushes. And for this look, I only used one color, just that orange shade. So I'm just building up the intensity in the crease and fluffing it out on the outer parts. So for cutting the crease, shawty, we are using the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Concealer. I'm not sure what shade this in. It's fairly light, so it's a very light concealer. And I'm just cutting my crease. You guys know I do, you know how I cut my crease. Take your time, and you want this as sharp as possible. So definitely take your time, sis. And so for this look, I did bring it like all the way to the end, so I'm just stopping like right above that. And then what I'm doing here, I'm making sure that the concealer isn't wet, because I don't like when the concealer is wet because it makes your eyeshadow like a little patchy or something. So for today's glitter, I'm using it from the Plush collection, and I have this one in the shade Dancing Diamonds. So what you guys see me doing here is applying some lash glue all over my lid. I sometimes use the NYX glitter glue, but I was out, so lash glue does just the same. So saturate your lid with that, and then I'm going in and I'm just packing that glitter directly on that glue. Now, as you can see right here, I am like super struggling because this is chunky glitter, y'all, and it was like in my eye, and I have a fear of getting stuff in my eye because I don't like that feeling. So as you can see, I'm struggling, but definitely take your time. And as you can see here, once everything is complete, I went back in with that orange shade and just kind of, you know, brought the color back. Now this part I fucked up a little bit because I put the liquid liner on top of the glitter, which I should have did, you know, the liner first and then, but you know, it's all a learning process, and I'm telling you not to do that. So learn from my mistakes, shawty. So after that liner's done, I do go back in with the black shade in the palette, and I put that over top of the gel liner just to make it kind of a matte shade and to bring everything together. Now for the face part, I am using the Pixie Rose Ceramide Cream just for a light moisturizer, and it provides like a little bit of glow, so you know you glowing underneath your foundation or whatever. And then I'm going in with this No Problem Essence Primer. It's not necessarily primer, it's a little bit lighter, just because I was looking for kind of like a medium coverage look today. And for today's foundation, I'm using the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation in the shade Warm Mahogany, and I'm just buffing that all in, you know, all over my skin and everything like that. So take your time buffing this, get that everywhere, and you know, we're gonna make it do what it do. Then I am taking my beauty blender and getting all the excess product off because you don't want that shiny fake look. So this step is definitely important. Next, for the concealer, I am using the Dose concealer. I was trying the new Dose concealer that they have out. Honestly, I am not a fan of this concealer because it is super dry. If you like dry concealers, and I mean like really dry, this one is for you. It's dry and it's matte and it dries fast, so you have to work fast. And then to set my concealer, I'm using the Airspun that I always use. You can find this at your local Walmart for $5, and I'm just putting that everywhere that I concealed. And then for my contour, you guys know I love this Cover FX contour palette. I actually didn't hit pan on that contour shade, so yes, I'm using this whole palette for contour. So I'm contouring my cheekbones and my nose, and it just creates more of a defined look, which I love. So for the blush, I am using the Alamar Blush Trio. I absolutely live for the orange blush in this palette, and since the eyeshadow was orange and my hair was orange, I thought that, you know, that would be great. So now that's all out the way, I am chiseling, you know, cutting out that, we want those chiseled cheekbones, y'all. So I'm definitely putting setting powder right underneath that, letting that sit for about maybe 5 to 10 minutes, and then brushing that off. And as you can see, it creates that kind of soft, defined look. I just took like 5 pounds off my face. In the Cover FX palette, there is a finishing powder that I like using, so I'm going back over that just to restore any color, just to correct the color if I was looking too white or ash. Always put eyeshadow under your eye, so I'm doing that same orange shade, and I'm putting that with this smudge brush that I have, putting that directly under my lower lash line. This is actually a lip liner, and it's in the color, this is actually a lip liner from ColourPop. It's in the shade As If. I'm going in and putting mascara on, and for today's highlighter, I actually got it from AliExpress. It was like $2, and it's very pigmented, so it's my favorite one to use when I'm doing these bright, super glittery bomb looks or whatever. And I'm just highlighting all the areas that need to be highlighted. Of course, we go crazy over here with the highlight, sis, you already know. And then so for today's lashes, these lashes, I'm so sorry, I don't remember where they came from. I'll leave it down in the description box once I find it. And then, as you guys know, I always line my lips with my eyebrow pencil. And for today's lip, it's actually the Kat Von D Bow and Arrow liquid lipstick. And that pretty much wraps it up for this look. Let me know if you guys like this one. Let me know if you want to try it or if you want more makeup tutorials. And as always, thank you so much for watching.